Hi, Lilia here, Lilia Let It Go Sinclair. We're going to be working on the body today, the fear of the body, the fear of what the body's doing, the judgment of the body. Perhaps you've spent a lot of your life, like me, judging the body. It maybe was too fat, too slim, too short, too hairy, too lined. We all have judgments over our body and how we wish it was and how we wish it could be. But there's never been a more powerful time than now to really understand if you have underlying health issues, that fear may come in because you do not trust that your body can survive and get you through this, whether it's on the physical, emotional or more ethereal levels, our faith, how we see ourselves, what we believe. So if you have a strong faith, and we primarily see that somebody is maybe religious or very spiritual, then they believe that they are guided and protected and held. And that is a really nice way to look at things, particularly during this crazy pandemic. So faith will get you through absolutely anything, because the bottom line is all we ever have is this moment. And if we can feel completely safe in this moment, if we're going to die in 5 minutes, 5 weeks, 5 months, today we haven't damaged the body today by thinking of the worst case scenario. So what we're going to do is we're going to let go of all judgment and criticism, all the negative stuff that we've been holding in the body, around the body, and what the body should and shouldn't be doing and what the body might do during this pandemic. So just get nice and comfortable and just feel what's there right now. For me, I feel it, the weight on my chest, which is around your heart centre. So just feel, it could be in your belly. It might just be the voice in the head, just it doesn't matter. Just breathe, and let's do the 4-7-8 breath. So we're going to breathe in for 4. Hold. And out, tongue behind the teeth. And in. Hold. And out. And in. Hold. And out. And last one, in. Hold. And out. And just take a few nice, easy breaths. And you may just feel yourself starting to calm already. That very simple but very, very powerful breath. Do it every day, morning and night. You're teaching the body to go into the best case scenario, into calm, where we can see the solutions to our problems, rather than into the worst case scenario, the worst story, which puts us into fight or flight and actually shuts down all the thinking part of the brain, all the healing capacity, because the body needs the energy to run or fight or hide. So we want to stay out of that right now, but we're going to be dipping in and out of it as we watch the news and as we hear stories. So our responsibility is coming back to us. What's inside this body? How can I change my relationship with this body so that I'm empowered? How can I heal any underlying conditions, no matter what I've been told about them being incurable or whatever? We understand now, thanks to the incredible work of people like Joe Dispenza and Kelly Turner, that these words are just words, and they're only an opinion of someone else that is filtered through their education and their perceptions. And what the people like Joe and Kelly are doing are working with people who have defied the odds and who have chosen a completely different way to think, feel, be and do. That's where I'm interested. That's where I want to take you guys. To the best story, the best case scenario, where full health and vitality is your birthright, and it's your choice, and you can choose it, but you just didn't realise the power that you have to choose and to change. So let's just start by feeling all the feelings, the overwhelm, and what if my underlying conditions, maybe you've got asthma, chronic health conditions, maybe any of these autoimmune diseases. I'm not going to name them all, but you know what your problems, your fear is. Maybe it's your emotional health, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's just feeling completely unsafe and overwhelmed and really not very open to other ways to be or see. Whatever it is, you're here now, watch this video. I invite you to let go. So just allow everything. See the body as an energy mass. It looks solid, but we know it's 99.39% space. It's energy, vibration, it's electromagnetic in nature. And what we're going to do is we're going to, with our clear intention, our imagination and our attention, we're going to let go of all the suffering and pain and fear and stress. How does that sound? You can choose. So I want you to think about the body. Is it strong enough? Is it good enough? What's it going to do next? All the fear. What's that symptom? Is that a runny nose? Is that a cough? Is that a temperature? All the thoughts, all the feelings, all the projections of fear into the future. Feel it now. Just allow that feeling to come in, and then just allow it to dissolve. Allow your cells to stay open and just let go of all fear. Allow it to dissolve back into the earth. Let go. Let go. Just be patient. The very act of impatience causes cellular contraction. So you need to just expand and be patient and allow. Trust. Trust is a really expansive cellular state. It's like, oh, what's going to happen now? And most of us don't like that. We want to project what we want to happen because we want to control it all. But what I'm asking, inviting you to do is just let go of that for now. Okay, and I want you just to put your hands on your heart, over your chest area, over the abdominal area. Or if that's not comfortable, just put them somewhere that is comfortable for you. And what I want you to do is just give your body a little bit of approval. You're still here, you're still sane, you're still able to hear, you're still able to watch this video and engage in some form of personal development. So just allow yourself to approve of the body for getting you this far. And a little bit more approval. And a little bit more approval. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. Expansion and trust. Allow, just for now. Expand into that light state where not knowing is pretty cool. Expand and allow. Expand and approve. And any feeling that this is personal, that you're a victim, of this than that you have no power. Welcome that and just allow that to dissolve too. Let go. Let go. Let go. Okay. So what tends to happen for most people that I work with, dying is obviously the worst case scenario of ill health. But the death is not often the thing that worries people. It's the bit in between here and that, and how will it happen, and will there be suffering, will there be pain, and what about people that you're leaving behind? And that's all very human and normal to think these things. And that's what we're saying now. It's okay to think that, but what we're saying is bring it in. As soon as you resist that feeling, resist that thinking, it starts to plague you. It comes into your dreams because it's needing to be expressed and released. So what we're going to do now is just a generic tapping on fear around what the body's doing. And then we're going to put in some really powerful affirmations about trust in this intelligence that made us the way we are. Before we started getting programmed and conditioned. You know, they reckon by the time you're 2, you have been told 60,000 times not to do something or something bad will happen to you. So that is a lot of conditioning. And I do it as well with my grandchildren. You threaten them with something bad. If you don't do that, it's very difficult to direct somebody without scaring them. If you do this, something awful could happen. If you don't do that, you'll split your head open. Don't do that, you could die. Don't do this. It's all done through fear. And that's what we're using. That's the primary emotion we use to control people, including ourselves. And, but what's happened now is we're just reacting in fear, and we don't know what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad and what's fake and what's real. So what we have to do, the truth is inside each one of us. And the only way for me that I can ever really tap into the truth is by letting go of all the fear and all the conditioning and all the programming that's holding me back. I'm filtering what I see through my past. We all are. And then we're projecting the crap from the past into the future. So, you've maybe been given a lot of points of view about your body and what you can and cannot do and what will happen to you. It, quite frankly, is so old-fashioned and out of date, it's embarrassing. But it's up to you what you choose to believe and who you choose to believe. So if you've been given a terrifying diagnosis or prognosis or picture or points of view, you can choose to take that on or not. And that can be really challenging. You need to work at this. You need to go, I want to believe that I have the power to heal. You may not believe that in this second. You may. Always keep the mind open, and one release, suddenly you see. But often it'll take a little bit of practice and a little bit of time to create a new belief, a new neural pathways in the brain, rewiring yourself for success rather than for failure, which is what we've been programmed to do. So what we're going to do now is just generic tapping around all the fears that I have heard and seen from people. And then we're going to tap in all the potential and the possibility that we have as well. And it's up to you where you put your focus. But I invite you to come with clear, clean intention and decide right now to let go of all your fear and all your programming and everybody else's points of view, and to focus in on what you want, what your heart desires, and what expands your cells and brings you joy and unconditional love. Okay? Tap with me. Even although I'm terrified of my body, even although I've been given a horrible prognosis, picture, story, scenario, even although the words that have been used to describe my body terrify the living daylights out of me and make me feel really sad and low, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. even though I'm scared, I'm worried about this pandemic. I'm worried, what if I get it? Will I die? What if I die? What if I suffer? I have all these horrible negative thoughts going through my brain and I just can't stop them. What if, what if, what if? I've been told there's no hope. I'm incurable, I'm terminal, I'm this or I'm that. Use your own words. I've been given all these points of view by others about what I can and cannot do. I've allowed myself to believe in the worst case scenarios, and I've allowed myself to be limited, and I've allowed my hope to be taken away. I've been the believer of the bad news, and I find it very hard to let that go. Is it possible for me to heal? Then the doubt comes back in again, and then my body tells me it's not working. It's not working. Who are you to heal yourself? How is it possible to come back from this? All the stories, all the feelings, all the thoughts, bring them up. But even although sometimes I feel completely hopeless and powerless, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although it's so hard, so painful and so lonely, believing I'm powerless, believing I'm not looked after and protected, believing that I'm alone. I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Even although I think of the worst case scenario and I believe my thoughts and I believe others' points of view, I deeply and completely love, trust and accept myself. Deep breath. Again, just allow the energy to dissolve. That was a lot of points of view, a lot of negative thoughts and fears outed, brought into the open and released. I've taken the power away from all that story and these scenarios. I heard them, I believed them, and I released them. And then we go to the affirmation side. I always use EFT with affirmations because it's faster. So why would you not? I'm letting go of other people's stories and points of view around my body. I have the power to release that old story. I understand it is safe for me to let go of fear. I allow myself to trust and surrender to a higher power and intelligence, the one that made me. I'm letting go of the man-made stories, however well-intentioned. I allow myself to love and release the old story. I've learned from it. I am a powerful spiritual being. I have the power to let go and allow healing to happen. There is nothing I have to do, nowhere I have to go or be. The intelligence is already there. I am moving out the way. I am trusting the process. It is safe for me to heal. I allow myself to realign. And you can put in your own wee word there. It might be God, it might be whoever. I just use the word the divine intelligence. because I know it's there. I see it all around me. I'm letting go of all the pain and suffering and the ruminating over the worst case scenarios. I'm releasing all that now. I have that power. I am a powerful, infinite being. Having this earthly experience, I allow myself to see through the pain and suffering and let it go. Just for now, just for today, and then for a lot longer. Deep breath. And just check in. See. What's the mind chucking up now? That's a lot of shit. This doesn't work. Can't be that easy. You can't just tap your head and get better. You can't just believe. You need to do things. Or maybe you're like, oh, this feels quite nice. I feel a little bit lighter. I feel a little bit better. Maybe you don't believe that you have the power yet. But if you're watching this video and tapping along, you are on your way to creating a new belief, because a belief is just a repeated thought. And if you keep believing, I'm powerless, I can't heal, I'm terminal, I'm incurable, that's how the brain fires and wires. And I'm sorry, but you have the power to change that, but it takes courage, and it usually takes the illusion of time. So let's just finish off with this very simple, powerful mantra that I give to all my clients. I am healing. I am healing. Say it and mean it. I'm letting go anything that can block or inhibit the healing process now. It is safe for me to heal. I have the power to boost my immune system with my thoughts and feelings and actions. I am a powerful being, and I am healing. Again, just let the energy move. Allow the cells to rearrange themselves. That's all they're doing anyway. When you breathe, when you get cold, when you fast, when you let go, when you meditate, the intelligence is at work. Always. When we stop interfering in that magical process. So now all you need to do is practice this. Feel free to use your own words, your own condition, your own labels and concepts that have been given to you by others. And just let it all go. This is the time. We have to take our power back. It's no longer an option. If you don't want to live in fear of the next pandemic or this one, you have to stand in your power and learn this stuff. I cannot see another way to do it without being scared. Anyway, wishing you lots of love and lots of healing. Please take care, and thank you for watching.